Okay, looking at informal geometry, we are looking at chapter 11, section 1. And in this chapter, we're going to be looking at polygons. So we're going to start off by identifying what is a polygon and how they are different from other shapes. So first off, what is a polygon? So this is kind of the official definition of it. So a polygon is a figure formed by lines, connecting three or more coplanar points. So 3 points that are on a plane. So if you take a piece of paper and you draw 3 or more points and you connect a shape around those, you created a polygon. The segments are called the sides and the endpoints are called vertices. So every point we call a vertice and every line you drew would be a side. Each side should intersect with only 2 other sides and one at each vertice, and no consecutive vertices should be linear, so you shouldn't have anything showing up as a straight line. Okay, so if we're looking at these shapes and we want to go, okay, are these polygons, yes or no? So I want you to take a second and think, okay, are these polygons, yes or no? And out of all these shapes, all of them are polygons except for one. And the one that's not a polygon is the one that's in the middle. So as you see, it's crossed. You kind of have 2 shapes that are stuck together. That is not a polygon. Other things that aren't polygons is if you have any type of curve in it. So if any of the sides are curved, it's not a polygon. Or if the shape is not closed. So if the shape's not closed, it's also not a polygon. So it needs to be a closed shape, it shouldn't have any curves, and if the 2 lines intersect each other or cross over each other, that also means it's not a polygon. Okay, so it can't have curves, it has to be closed, and they can't cross over. Okay, that's what makes a polygon a polygon. Okay, all these other ones would still be considered a polygon. Okay, so now polygons have names, which you might want to pause this video and you might want to write down all this table so you have it for future reference. So the names of polygons is based on its side. So 3 sides is a triangle, 4 sides a quadrilateral, which we've dealt with those already. Those shouldn't be anything new. 5 sides are the pentagon, so like that big old building over in Alexandria. 6 sides is a hexagon, 7 sides is a heptagon or septagon. Okay, both of those are acceptable. 8 sides, so like a stop sign is an octagon or like an octopus. 9 sides is a nonagon. 10 sides is a decagon. 11 sides is an undecagon. 12 sides is a dodecagon. And then anything bigger than that, you just say the number and then gon. So if it has 18 sides, you just say it's an 18gon. Okay, so if it's more than 12, you just write 18 gon, 17 gon, 38 gon. Okay, you don't need to know the exact names, but up to 12, from 3 to 12, you're going to need to know what those names are. No polygon will have less than 3 sides. 1 side or 2 sides, you can't make a closed shape, and 1 side means that it's only a line. Okay, so those are the ones you're going to have to know, because I can give you a shape and just be like, hey, what's the name of this? And you're going to have to say, oh, that's a hexagon because it's got 6 sides. Or, oh, that's a nonagon because it's got 9 sides. Okay, so make sure you know the names of your polygons. Make sure those are written down. Now, along with polygons, there's 2 different types of polygons. There are your convex and your concave. So your convex polygon is when no line contains a side of the polygon intersects with the interior of the polygon, and a concave polygon is when a line does intersect with the interior. So the way to check for this is that you take one of your vertices and you draw lines to all the other ones. Okay, so as you see there, that line that I drew is staying inside this shape. That all those lines I drew are all inside the figure. Now, if I took, let's say, this shape over at B, I draw it to this one. Okay, that stays within. That's good. And then if I draw it here, you see that it's exited the shape. That means it's concave. Okay, this one here, if I draw there, or there, or there, or there, you see all those are also concave because they're all outside of it. So one way to remember, to kind of help you remember, is concave. Those shapes look like there's a cave in it. You see how there's kind of an opening right here? It's kind of a cave that goes into the shape. Those are concave. Convex will not have those. Okay, so that's the difference between a concave and a convex. Okay. Your homework from this section is 372, numbers 1 through 20. Make sure you work on those. And yeah, that's the end of this section.